What's good, YouTube? Chris from Team Innovation here, bringing out a little casual talk right now. And today's casual talk, I'm just going to be discussing how I would balance the format if I was the head of Konami, because I feel like, honestly, even going to the next format, the game's going to be retarded. And if I was the decision maker on the ban list, this is what I'll do to balance the game out. Now, granted, I'm not going to be giving you guys a list of saying, oh, this needs to come off the ban list, this needs to come off the ban list. Now I'm just going to be giving you guys my thoughts on what needs to get limited and what should go to what should get banned, if anything get banned. I don't think I had anything getting banned. So I'm just going to tackle the big three today: BA, Cleaves, Shadows, and I guess Satellos. Because honestly, it wasn't for the big three. Satellos will be wrecking people's face because the deck is super fast and it has one of the best counter traps in the game right now. So let's start off with the deck everyone hates, Burning Abyss. Now, the way I look at Burning Abyss is a deck that is only good because of the tools that Konami gave it to it. That being Tour Guide and Fire Lake. Now, the deck is good without those cards. I mean, Dante will always be a powerful card. It's the fact that he goes great in chaos-based decks, and he recycles the monsters that make them. He can either get back a Graph or a Scarm, and he can get back Fire Lake. So in my opinion, hitting what made BA over the pop was definitely Tour Guide, but it was definitely Fire Lake. So honestly, my first guaranteed hit for BA would be Fire Lake due to the fact that Fire Lake was retarded, poor card design, and everything floats. So it's like when you're designing cards, in my personal opinion, everything shouldn't be too one-sided. And honestly, cards hella one-sided. Everything just recycles and reflows. And honestly, that's unfair. It's really unfair. I think Fire Lake to one would make the deck more better because it'll be an instance where it's like you have to use it at the right time in order to do good with it. And before that, and if Fire Lake came to one, I think honestly Burning Abyss will just stay a good deck and won't be overpowered because they'll still have their triple Wing Blast, triple Karma Cut. Now some players say they want Wing Blast gone. I disagree. I don't think Wing Blast is good enough to get hit. It's only good because Burning Abyss exists. Before Burning Abyss, Wing Blast was getting played, but it wasn't like the end all be all. It wasn't that powerful. So I think honestly Wing Blast can stay at 3, Karma can stay at 3. Just hit Fire Lake to 1. The deck will be fine. You don't want to consistently see Fire Lake. Honestly, that's poor. That's a problem. And if you want to neuter the deck, Tour Guide to 1. Honestly, I feel like Tour Guide to 1. You shouldn't be able to. Okay, I don't want to neuter the deck, but you shouldn't be able to just go instant Dante, search for the piece to make Dante every turn, and then, or if you luck sack, go double Dante first turn. That's too much advantage granted to you, and you put it in a good position. So on my list, it'll be Tour Guide to 1, Fire Lake to 1 for Burning Abyss hit. Next up, I'm going to talk about Shadows. Shadows, honestly, I'll just hit Shadow Fusion to 1. Now, a lot of you guys are probably saying, Chris, are you fucking stupid? And honestly, it's like, I'm not, because Shadow Fusion, in my opinion, is a poorly designed card. Like, your opponent shouldn't get punished for making an XYZ monster on their first turn to set up board presence. I shouldn't be able to go Giga X, set 2 back row pass. My opponent goes, oh, Shadow Fusion, dump Squigmata, dump Dragon, pop back row, MST other back row. Make Winda, make this monster to run over Giga X. It's just stupid, honestly. And I think I agree with the deck being how I want to say this. I believe the deck do deserve to have a power play with Shadow Fusion, but I don't think that card is healthy at 3 because I guarantee you, if BA got hit, Shadows will be one of the best decks in the format. Hell, some people are predicting to be the best deck in the format now due to the Dinko Sekka builds. So I think honestly, if Shadow Fusion went down to 1, the deck would be perfectly balanced because like makes cards in a side deck like DD Crow come up with more playability because after your opponent wastes their 1 Shadow Fusion, you can crow it out of the way so they won't recycle it back. And then they'll be able to still compete with El Shadow Fusion. That card is super annoying, just going fuse, 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 quick play, quick play. It's just annoying because they get all their effects when everything goes to the graveyard. So Shadow Fusion 901 will be my hit for Shadows to balance that deck out. Going over to Cleves now. Cliff Wars, honestly, simple one hit, 2-1. I think everyone knows that already. The problem with Cleves, in my opinion, is that the fact that they get the game advantage over and over and over. Like, it's not bad. It's already bad enough that they keep coming back once you Dark Hole or Gekidon from do the pendulum summoning. And two, it's like 1,000. It's like 3 summoners are 3 tools, 3 power dualities. The deck is super consistent. Honestly, I think the consistency in the deck is super unfair because a lot of decks. I think honestly, there should be a speed limit to how fast decks should go and how much advantage they should be able to gain. And I think honestly, Tool is a good card. I just think at 3 it's unhealthy because once you're going to get rid of it, they shouldn't be able to just go, okay, just pay my second tool, pay 100 again, out advantage you some more. It's just honestly stupid and poor card design in my personal opinion. So Tool down to 1 will still keep the deck alive and won't butcher it. Now if you ban Tool, I think honestly the deck will just die because it'll be too slow and won't be able to keep up. Next up, okay, let's see. I hit Shadows, Cleaves, and BA. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about one last deck, and that's the Tellarknights, because if those decks got balanced, so Tellarknights will be a deck that would just instantly jump to tier 1 status and just wrecking all the rogue decks of the format. And the way I'll handle Tellarknights is, honestly, there's the Neptune one, and that's pretty much it. I believe that card left at 1 will still keep the deck good, but not to the point where it's like, you're going to open it consistently, the Neb's at 5, I win. I mean, more than likely you're going to do it anyway because you have 3 Rhoda, but the Neb, in my opinion, is just as powerful as Stratos at 3. Especially now because it's like, why should you be able to just, okay, this Deneb dies, like Altera search again. Oh, you banish the Deneb with DD Crow. Oh, okay, let me just roll to the second Deneb and do my combos all over again and instantly loop. I think honestly Deneb looping is unfair. And then not to mention that deck already has a card that's pretty much a Solemn Judgment that allows them to draw their hand and vanish right back. I think honestly the deck is just unfair. Even though it's not winning, it's just still unfair. So yeah, got a lot off my chest and I feel good now. So like I said, once again, I know this is not a prediction video. This is just a little casual chat on me giving you guys my opinions on how I would balance the game right now if I was Konami. Then going into the next format, of course, I'll let Necros get their few little 3 months and then nuke that deck too to hit the consistency. That deck is really poorly designed. But honestly, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is personally just going on a poorly designed route to what I like to call the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 of card games. And if you guys are fighting game fans like I am, you would know Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is, from what a lot of people say, it's a very, very unfair game. There's a lot of glitches in the game, and everything's super fast, super speedy. And that's the way Yu-Gi-Oh's headed right now. Not saying it's a bad thing, but saying I still kind of feel for my rogue players because I kind of hate the fact that all of our rogue decks got kind of like cycled out to the point where it's like they're unplayable. So, as always, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thoughts about this topic at hand. And also, let me know in the comment section down below how would you guys balance the format out if it was up to you. And also, if you're a new viewer to the channel, I'll invite you to hit that subscribe button where I do tons of competitive content and try to upload at least 5 videos weekly. I'm a competitive player, and it's my goal to help you guys get better. This was Chris from Team Innovation, and I am signing out. Rate, comment, and subscribe.